Hey, welcome to the
Hi.
show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, so how is it going?
It's going,
Uh,
had a hard time with my hair, as we talked about.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
And
yeah.
now we look like twins,
Yes,
but
yes.
it's fine.
The only way we won't look like twins is if when I decided to get my hair all twisted up one day. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about doing it next month.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
mhm.
We'll have a show dedicated to our natural hair.
Yes, we
Okay.
have to talk
Excellent.
about that. That would be
Yeah.
on our list.
Yeah. But right now, we're going to talk about the Conjuring 3. So,
Yeah.
as you know, I'm Tamika. That's Tamara. Wonderful, creative Tamara.
Hello. I am not that creative, but hello.
You is, girl. You is.
I created a child who just literally said hi. So,
Hi, baby KK.
hi, Kaylin.
Hey, Kaylin.
Kaylin.
Hey, Kaylin.
KK.
KK.
And she's like, what? She's just not paying attention. Sorry,
Okay,
y'all.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She'll be on the show next time.
Yes, next time.
But
Hi.
hey,
Hi. Why are you being shy? Say hi.
hey, Kaylin.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. If
So
on.
yeah. So tell us about the Conjuring 3, Tamara.
Oh, okay. Well, it is based off a true story.
Mm.
Half of the stuff they did left out, but anyways, it's about a guy named Arnie. And I think back in 1981, the year that my husband was born, now you
Oh,
know his age. Oops.
ooh,
Um,
I did it again.
it happened in 1981. Apparently, Arnie's girlfriend's brother was possessed by a demon, and the Warrens helped them exorcising the demons. And apparently, Arnie told the demon to come inside of him because he was like, he's just a little boy. You shouldn't be doing this. Da, 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 da. Come to me. Come to me. So the demon went inside Arnie. I'm telling a true story part.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
this is what Arnie is saying. So the demon was in Arnie. Apparently, Arnie moved into a house with his girlfriend. Sorry, and they lived in a house with the vet house along with the owner and stuff. So
mm-hmm.
I think it was his cousin and a family friend or something like that. It was two girls along with them, and they went out to eat. And the guy that they went out to eat with, the owner, they all hanged out and stuff like that. And then he was drunk, and
Mm.
apparently he started, trying to grab one of the girls, trying to, touch him inappropriately. And they said all of a sudden Arnie started barking, like he
Mm.
started acting weird towards the guy. And then he took out a knife and stabbed him.
Jeez.
Yeah, they stabbed him a lot.
Okay.
And but in the movie it was different. So they
Mm-hmm.
forgot the about the two girls. So
Mm.
I'm wondering if they didn't want to mention about that because probably was too sensitive
Mm-hmm.
for people or what. So apparently Arnie was tried um, for murder.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to get the death penalty, but they had to find if he was possessed or if he was truly possessed. So Ed and Lorraine assist Arnie for that situation and everything. And so apparently I'm not sure if it's true or not, but they said that the reason why the whole situation happened was because of the family. The
Mm.
family was cursed by something. So I'm not sure, but if you guys, know the real story about Arnie Johnson and what he did, please let us know. You can shoot us an email at twobluegirls@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys can shoot us an email and just like, hey, this is the full story and all that stuff. But basically that's how the movie was, but they just added more stuff to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they left stuff out and add more stuff to it to make it, Hollywood.
Of course. Of course.
So yeah,
But
it was an
yeah.
interesting movie.
Well, yeah, like you said, it's just this boy is being possessed.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ed and Lorraine. They're
Mm-hmm.
on the case.
Mm-hmm.
But this possession is very different from the rest.
Yes.
Because this one involves curses.
Yes.
And hexes and hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft, which is something they haven't come across from the other Conjuring movies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the first scene, where Ed and Lorraine was there, but outside there was a priest coming to the house.
Yep.
That scene looked just like The Exorcist. I don't know if they were trying to do that or not.
I watched another video on YouTube right after I watched The Conjuring 3. Okay. I never noticed that part. But when I watched it for the second time, after I watched that YouTube video, yes, that was like The Exorcist. And from what the guy said, the director, he likes The Exorcist.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. It was like exact copy of The Exorcist. Of the priest and the exorcist coming in, and he's like, "Oh shit, what I gotta prepare myself for." Sorry, baby K. He's like, "Oh no, what I gotta prepare myself."
She can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
And she already, guys, she already knows some words. Sorry.
Yeah. Parents, they always, say stuff in front of our babies, but we don't mean to. Yeah. Oopsie.
We tell her not to say it in school, but anyways.
Yeah, hopefully she won't, but she's gonna be a congresswoman, so
yeah,
it's fitting.
Hi.
But yeah, the other scene that stood out to me was when the boy, and I forgot the little boy's name.
David.
Of course. Yeah, so David is the little boy. He's the one that has the possession happening to him. So when he runs in the bathroom and he's running in the bathtub, and because I guess he hears a noise, kind of call from memory. And then all of a sudden, like on the shower rod, you see these hands, like two hands, like just creeping along the shower rod. And then all of a sudden, like there's like a bath of blood. It just pours down on him, like he's getting baptized in blood or something.
That reminds me of Carrie.
Of who?
Carrie. You remember that scene where she got they dumped the blood? Yeah.
Man, yeah. Yeah. And then the boy's dad comes in. He's like, "David, are you okay?" And he's like, "Whoa!" And he's like just coming out like Chucky with a knife, just stabbing him in the knee. And he's like, "Oh, get this SOB off my knee." What was some more of your favorite scenes, Tammy?
Oh gosh,
some scenes that stood out to you.
The scene that stood out to me the most, which was crazy, was when they brought him down. They was trying to bring him down the stairs, and he was like, no. So when they tried to pull him, you see those 3 claws on the wall. So remember, the 3 is like, that's like making fun of the Trinity, the God, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and it did it twice. So they put him on the table, and then all of a sudden he was just like doing all this crazy stuff. And what scared me the most is like when he got his head under, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no. And then I thought it was funny that you got the priest on one end, Ed on the other hand, holding down his leg, and then they start doing the reading out of the Bible, and all of a sudden here comes these plates, and the priest got knocked out.
I hate to laugh, but he just got knocked straight out by that.
He was KO'd.
And then David had to pick up the Bible because they were reading in Latin.
Yeah.
He had to pick up the Bible to continue
that was Ed.
Ed. Yeah. Ed had to pick up the Bible to continue to exorcise the demon out of David. And David is like, what would you say, like 10 or something?
He does look like he was 10. I have to go back on the story because it was like it started off with him first. I think he was 10. He was like 9, 10, 11 years old at that time. And yeah, and Ed had to, do what he had to do and stuff. And yeah, here comes little David running out and jumped on Ed. And he was like, I'm going to hurt your little heart, old man. And Ed had a heart attack.
Yeah, he did like this stabbing motion on his chest, and Ed had a heart attack. And and he was like incapacitated. He didn't. He was like, "Oh, I can't do nothing." I had a heart attack. And then, gosh, what's the boy's name?
Arnie.
Arnie is like David's sister's boyfriend. So Arnie took David and was speaking to the demon and David and says, "Take me instead." And then the demon was like, "Nah." He's like, "Yeah, take me. And so he just like got out of David and into him. And the only person that witnessed that was Ed, but Ed had a heart attack. He's fighting for his life on the floor.
Yep.
So they just assumed that the demon just left because everything went back to normal. Which is very creepy because Arnie still looked normal. I was expecting him to like his eyes to become gray or something, but he still looked normal.
Yeah.
Oof.
It was just crazy how that whole scene, the whole situation happened. But wait, before that even happened, Lorraine was holding on to David and she had a vision.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, she was like, what is this? Because it felt like she was there. Because you see someone's hand doing stuff. Like they was doing like, it was like, what you call it? A table where like witches will do there. And it's like Lorraine just had a vision about that right after she was holding David. So that part was very interesting too.
Yeah. Like you said, like this was a whole different film.
Very whole.
The other Conjuring franchises. Because it's the first time we saw anything kind of like a ritual happening from what Lorraine's vision. Well, from the visions she saw.
Yeah, it was just very interesting because the other two Conjurings was just about spirits.
Yeah.
And demons, but but this one is about a witch and a devil too, because of
baby K.
Babe, can you move her to the other room, please? Thank you.
Okay, baby K, you stay strong, girl.
Be strong, baby. Be strong.
Be strong, girl. Be strong. You got this.
But anyways, it was just interesting. And it's like, I liked it, but I didn't like it. But I liked it. So, but I wouldn't say that, well, I would say it was okay. I wish, because it was different. It was a different direction, and you could tell the difference between Conjuring 1 and 2 with 3. There's totally different directors, but James Wan was still, the producer of it, but it wasn't the same. The directions wasn't the same, and I just felt like I wish they did more towards the story, like do like what they did with the Kevin Bacon because there was a movie. Kevin Bacon was Arnie Johnson back in, like, he was acting like there was a movie about it a long time ago.
Kevin Bacon, the actor?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but that movie, they did the whole story. But of course, you had to cut some parts out because it's Hollywood. But still, but this one, they didn't have the two girls. Only thing is like just basic Conjuring stuff. So.
Yeah. And like all throughout the film, we see how Arnie how's the demon or whatever. We don't really know for sure. How it's like just slowly taking over Arnie. That's strange. What we said last time in our last video. Arnie started to feel cold and clammy. Started to sweat act strange. So be careful now.
Yep.
Started to feel cold and clammy. Maybe you possessed by the demons. I don't
Yeah,
know.
here he comes. But have you noticed that in the scene when he was working and he was on the tree, all of a
Oh
sudden
man.
the chainsaw fell? Did you
Oh,
notice a figure in the window?
yes, I did. That's what
Okay.
startled him. Well, we saw it. The audience saw it.
Mm-hmm.
We saw like some woman in the window because
Mm-hmm.
Arnie was working on a tree. He was trying to
Mm-hmm.
cut it down. And we see this woman in the window.
Mm-hmm.
And then Arnie, I guess he just felt like somebody was watching him and it startled him.
Mm-hmm.
And he had this chainsaw. And he dropped the chainsaw. Chainsaw is going all over the place.
That's dangerous,
And it
Arnie.
almost killed his coworker. His coworker, like, hey man, what's your deal? Dang.
Yup.
You know you don't like me, but you don't gotta kill me with a chainsaw.
It's like, bro. He's like, I'm just gonna go home.
And yeah, please go home. Yeah, and
Just
then he was getting sick, and that was getting to the part you were bringing up earlier about the
mm-hmm.
truth, fact versus fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So he was getting sick, and it's I'm cutting long story short. He went back to the house
Mm-hmm.
with the girlfriend, and then I guess that was a kennel. I
Yeah.
think they moved out and they moved to some type of kennel. It was weird.
I
Their
think it was
living
like
arrangement was strange.
yeah, I think it was like a house that upstairs is a house,
Mhm.
downstairs is the vet, or what you call it, a vet, or a
Yeah,
kennel or something
yeah,
like that, or
yeah.
shelter. I should say shelter.
Shelter, yeah,
Yeah.
animal shelter downstairs. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Arnie moved out with the girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and he came home sick, and the girlfriend's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then he had the annoying, shelter manager. I guess that was their roommate.
Yes.
The annoying roommate, he coming in drunk. He's like, "All right, man. Oh, let's just dance. And he ain't already feeling well.
Mm-mm.
Just imagine if you not feeling well and you got somebody hyper around you drunk and they talking, let's dance, man. Let's dance. And you like, I don't feel good. Stop. Get out of my face. And I felt Arnie. I was like, we don't feel good, bro.
Mm-mm. It's
So
like,
you
let
need to
me go to
back up.
sleep. Yeah, back
Yeah.
up, bro. Back
Yeah.
up.
And then he was dancing with his girlfriend and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
So this is where, Arnie's sick. And we
Mm.
talked about this in Conjuring 2, how the demon attacked the mom and she was getting weak.
Mm-hmm.
Like the weaker you are, the more the demons can take over. So
Mm-hmm.
Arnie was already going through stage 3 of demon possession.
Yep, stage 3, because stage 1 was when the demon possessed him.
Yeah.
Stage 2 is when he dropped his chainsaw and he almost killed his co-worker. And then stage 3 was like he was feeling super, super, super weak. He was like looking super pale.
Mm.
But wait a minute, before that even happened, the witch attacked him in the house.
Are you talking about that priest?
No, it was the witch. Arnie.
That witch?
That was the witch.
When he was peeping in the hole?
No, well, something like that. It was like he was in the kitchen and something fell. He turned around and she came to his face and he fell. Arnie fell back on his back.
Oh.
So I think that was the scene before the chainsaw.
Huh.
Or after. I think it was before the chainsaw because that's the reason why he dropped it, because he saw that same woman in the window.
Oh. I know there was a scene where they were just moving into the house and a box of cereal fell.
That's the scene. That's the scene.
That was the witch.
Yeah, that was the witch.
She was like a dude.
I thought
I thought that was a priest or something.
That was her.
Wow. Oh, but yeah. So,
anyways,
back to the scene with the annoying roommate.
Yeah.
So the roommate is like, "Oh, dance with the girl." Yeah. So anyway, the demons come and they play this mind trick on Arnie, and he's not looking at the guy we see him as this sweaty, annoying, drunk roommate. The guy in his mind looks like a demon that's trying to eat and attack his girlfriend. So we're seeing from Arnie's perception, and then Arnie goes and attacks the guy, and then he just happens to have a knife and just stabs him, what, like 15 times? I don't know how many times he stabbed that dude.
He stabbed that dude a lot.
Yeah, because he thought in his mind there was this ferocious demon attacking his girlfriend and then running after him.
That's what he thought. Yeah.
He came to, well, he was walking down the road and his eyes, did you notice his eyes? They were like gray.
They're super gray.
Yeah. And he's like just walking down the road and the cops are like, "You okay?" And he turns around and he's covered in blood. He's like, I think something happened.
I think I killed someone.
Yeah, I'm like, I think you did too. You got blood all over you.
It's like, bro, you walking down the street with all that blood on you.
Oh my God.
It's like, of course you killed somebody.
But you know what's interesting about this story from that is, they all based on a true story, but we see the concept of like the devil made me do it, and how if that can hold up in court. Because of course he got arrested, and they Ed and Lorraine were trying to plead on his behalf to put evidence in court that he was possessed by a demon that made him kill this guy. So I find it interesting that there is that type of plea that's coming into court now.
Yeah, because the thing is that the only way that Ed and Lorraine can get his lawyer to agree with that is to invite her over to see Annabelle.
Oof.
You saw her reaction, right? You saw how she was acting, right? After she saw Annabelle.
Oh, she's like, people crazy.
And they was like, "See, we told you it was real.
See."
She was like, "Okay, well, once I find out about it, I just wanted to make sure to let you know that what's up." She's like, "I won't do anything until I actually see what's going on, until I believe it. I won't believe it until I see it." And she believed it.
Which is the theme we see all the time that Ed and Lorraine run into. People like, I don't believe it. I believe when I see it. I'm like, these people saw it. Okay.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
But I just love her reaction in the courtroom. She was just like, she was just stunned. Like, she was like creeped out and everything. And she was like, "I want to plead that insanity, the devil made him do it."
And the judge was like, "What the?" And the bailiff was like, "What?"
She's like, "Yeah, the devil made him do it.
I'm just gonna come to the courtroom.
I'm just gonna sit right here. We're just gonna put him in a psych ward. That's all I have to say."
Yeah. It's him in a psych ward. But I think before that, like the key evidence in this whole story is that Lorraine finds this hex item. It looks like a ram's head with two sticks. It was underneath the house.
Yeah.
So they find out some kind of way that somebody put this cursed item underneath the house. And David got possessed by this demon because some kind of way that hex item was activated, conjured, and then it reached through the water bed, which is creepy enough. It touched David and got into David, the little boy. So it's just so creepy that you can be in your own house or move into a house, and then all of a sudden you get possessed by a demon. It's like, I just got here.
Yeah, but the waterbed scene, again, from this video, the guy said that you remember Freddy Krueger?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
You remember? I'm not sure which Nightmare Before Christmas was. It might be the one with Johnny Depp, or it might be the other one. But he says it was the waterbed scene. Oh no, it wasn't Johnny Depp because Johnny Depp was pulled into bed. But it was one of the waterbed scenes where the guy was on his bed and he looked and he see a woman in the bed. It was a gorgeous woman in the bed. And that's when Freddy Krueger pulled him in. And
well, the one with Johnny Depp, that's Nightmare 1. That was creepy anyway.
Johnny Depp was just pulled into bed, so he didn't see
Yeah.
nobody. They just yanked
him and his boombox were pulled underneath.
Yeah, but I'm not sure which Nightmare Before Christmas, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, we know you like it. We know you like Nightmare Before Christmas.
I wish you guys saw my kitchen. I mean,
yeah. Oh God, yeah. It's Nightmare Before Christmas themes everywhere.
galore. But with that scene, I just thought it was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And very scary, and that tells you right there, don't get a waterbed.
Man, I used to love waterbeds as a kid, but then they hurt my leg. They're uncomfortable to sleep on.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't think because it's water, right?
Yeah. And then you also have to be super careful because if you puncture a hole in it, you can easily drown. Not even know.
And David almost drowned, by the way, because the demon punched a hole in it and reached up. And
she was about to yank.
Yank. Oh. But yeah, so they find this hex item. And I'm skipping around, but somehow they go to the police. No, the police called them.
Yeah, the police called them because they were trying to figure out a connection.
Yeah,
with this whole with the whole situation, and the police contacted Ed and Lorraine in another town, but in another town. And I thought that scene was hilarious because they came in and just asking questions about the whole thing, and the detective, I should say, because he wasn't wearing a cop uniform. He was in a suit. So he was a detective. But, he didn't want to tell them. He's like, we're just telling you about the whole situation. And he was like, well, since you're saying that your wife is a medium, she needs to pick out which knife killed this person. And Ed was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And he's like, you want my help, right? If you want my help, you got to make her pick the knife. And then when after they was arguing, she's like, it's this one. I like his reaction. He's like, she picked the right knife. She's like, yeah. She's like, it's this one. He was like, one of these knives is the correct one. The other two is the wrong. So, and they was just arguing. She's like, here you go. And she was just looking at him, like, and the cops in the background was like laughing about it. But I also thought it was funny when she was talking about, oh, Elvis, I met him before, and the guy was like, alive or dead? She's like, alive and dead. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, because Lorraine. So once the cop kind of knew, okay, maybe she's legit, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So
he tested her again.
He took her to the murder scene this is another case.
Yeah.
They took her to the murder scene in the woods. And she has a premonition.
But before that, he drove past the place.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, you drove past it. You were supposed to go to the site, right? And he's like, yeah, you just drove past it. It's back there. And he looked at her again, and he was like, this woman knows what she's doing. Yeah. He was testing her. That was the second test, and she passed it.
Yeah. Yeah. She the real deal. Yeah. Well, I don't remember if she touched something, but I know she was brought to this scene where there was these two girls. One girl told her friend, oh, I got this bracelet for you from some Renaissance festival. Now, every time I go to the Ren Fest now, I'm really going to be paranoid about what type of item this is.
Yeah.
So
just keep an eye on your friend. Just make sure your friend doesn't have a knife in their hand. You're going to get shanked.
But it was this bracelet that the girl gave her friend. Right? And she was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Shanked. Bam. Shanked her for no reason. And then she was running. And then, she was running after her. Ed kind of saw that Lorraine was getting too caught up in this premonition. And she was like, Lorraine, come back. But Lorraine was too far gone. She like, I follow this premonition out. So the girls are running. Lorraine's running. And she runs to the edge of the cliff, which is shown in the trailer, where she's on the edge of that cliff. And that's where it stops. So she was like, hey, the girl you're looking for, detective guy, she's down there somewhere. So they drain the water, blah, blah, blah. They find the girl.
But they also, before they found it was just crazy how they was looking for the girl. They couldn't find her. But Lorraine was able, it's like, she's down there. That's the reason why you couldn't find her, because she was down there. And he was like, we've been searching around this area for the longest time and we couldn't find her. But we're not sure if it's her. But it might be her, because you know her body's been in the water for far too long. But that scene was very interesting, and that right there is like, you have to be careful who you trust, even if they're one of the best friends. But I'm trying to think that were they really like best friends, or were they more than friends? Because how they were acting, she was like, I got you this bracelet, and she was like, can you put it on for me? Like, to me that's how I feel, is like they're more than just
maybe
friends.
I don't know what time period that was, but it seemed like they were
like the
80s. Yeah, it seemed like they were trying to hide something, like some type of secret romance that they had between the two of them. But
which is normal back in the day.
Yeah, I thought they should have got a little fleshed that out a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like two girls running in the woods. So I got you a bracelet. Put the bracelet on and I kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I need more, because I didn't see that coming.
Right.
I want to know more about the background of that girl's story.
And it's like, you won't know more about it until later on in the movie, which is weird, but still, it's like they're friends. Only thing you know is that one girl was killed, the other girl is missing because the other girl killed her friend. Supposedly they were friends, just hanging out in the woods for some real weird reason in the middle of the night. I don't know how she got a knife out of her dress, unless the knife was in her pocket, in her sweater pocket.
Could be.
It's just like, because I don't know, they probably had pockets in their dresses back in the day, but clearly some of the dresses didn't have pockets. It's like now it's like the best thing in the world is having pockets in your dress.
Yeah, you can keep your knife in there.
Yeah. So did they have pocket dresses back in the day? And she'd be like, haha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Shank.
Yeah. So, you keep your knife in your pocket dress now.
Yeah, or she bent down or something. I don't know. It was just weird. But like you said, I wish there was just more to it. If only. That's all. It's like, if only.
Yeah, because I felt like I was just dropped in the middle of a premonition myself. I was like, oh, okay. So, okay, we're running. Okay, we're running. All right. Yeah. Almost fell off a cliff. That's fine.
It's like, I almost died.
All right, we found a dead girl. All right.
It's just, like I said, I liked it, but it's different. Yeah. I didn't like it as much as I did as 1 and 2. John Henry, he watched it. Yeah. But he was like, it felt too real to him.
Huh.
And he can't.
What parts?
With Arnie, when he had the premonition, and he was thinking that he was being attacked.
Oh, wow.
By somebody. And it's Arnie. Like, Arnie thought that he was being attacked. But technically he was attacking that person, because he thought that person was attacking him or attacking the people. So it's just like, you don't see what Arnie sees. Like, you see what Arnie sees, but you don't see the real thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why he said it was too personal for him, because he sees what we don't see.
Wow.
And it's like the demon part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he said he will watch with me again, but deep down he doesn't want to watch it again. Yeah. Because of that. Because it's too personal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I like this film. It wasn't as scary, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't like horror movies,
Mm-hmm.
especially with supernatural. But it
Yeah.
wasn't as scary, and I guess it was because this one was more like a witch.
Yeah.
And witches, I mean, they're terrifying. They scare me. But
Mm-hmm.
in movies, they don't scare me
Mm-mm.
as much. So this one was a little bit tamed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say it felt more like, I don't know, just like this run of the mill, your standard witch casts a spell on
Mm-hmm.
a family to get her revenge for something done to her. Like it
Yeah.
just felt like a standard horror
Horror
movie,
movie. Uh-huh.
like very Hollywood. And the
Yeah.
other two, they felt more real to me for some
Mm-hmm.
reason. Like it jolted me and petrified me. This one was like Hollywood's version of a horror movie.
Yeah. And I kind of was wondering, like, what was the director's thought of him doing this? Because, like, the real Arnie,
Hmm.
he was talking about it and he was there too on the set. So I was wondering, like, if Lorraine was still alive, will they make the movie just like this? Or would they done it the way that she knows about it? Because she died in 2019.
Wow.
So I was just wondering, if she was still alive, what would they do it the way that she knows about it? You
Mm,
know?
mm,
Or did her daughter Judy told them like what Lorraine told her and all that stuff, or what Arnie was mentioning about it? Like it was just a totally different direction. It didn't feel like the real, like the other two stories,
yeah.
because Lorraine was still alive and she was able to give him the idea of
Mhm,
what really happened.
mhm.
So I don't know. It was
Yeah,
just it was just interesting.
that could be. And I know that this is another director, and it's
Yeah.
not James Wan,
Yeah.
but and for some reason James Wan has like this different vision for
Mhm.
these films. This guy, I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't think
either.
he did a good job. Like it's a good movie. It's an okay movie,
Yeah, it's okay.
but it's not as great as the first two.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like it's the worst movie in the world.
No,
I've
it's
seen
not.
movies worse than that, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
But I would watch it again because it's part of the Conjuring universe. Or I think I could show, or should I say series? It's whatever it is, but it's part of it's
Yeah.
Conjuring. And it's like I cannot watch Conjuring 3. Like I can't skip over Conjuring 3 to watch if it comes out with another Conjuring movie.
Mm,
And I can't do that. I will watch it again. I've seen it twice,
mm,
and I just like I saw it twice because I had to get a refresher. But the thing is like I watched some YouTube videos that was talking about the movie, it's
mhm.
talking about the story and all that stuff. So I feel like I'm not gonna give it a bad rating
Yeah,
because I liked it.
yeah,
I didn't like it, but I liked it.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Like
I
a
just wish it
3.
was better. Yeah, I'll give it a 4. I'll be
A
nice.
4. Yeah, you're too nice.
Yeah, a 3.5. I guess it
Yeah,
can just go down.
yeah, like a GPA.
Yeah, 3.5. It's a B minus. There we go.
B minus. Oh,
B
no.
minus.
Oh, just give the children a C.
Yeah, I can't give it a C.
Stop
It's a B
torturing these
minus.
children with B minus.
Because I just wish the whole thing was different. Because again, like the Nun in like the Nun movies, like the Conjuring 2, all of a sudden you see this crazy person coming out of a picture screaming like his mouth wide open coming towards you, and all of a sudden you get no. But this one is like your husband is possessed by a witch trying to kill you.
Yeah, yeah, and even when she like, so they figure out, okay, there's somebody's casting a spell
Yeah, there's
on
a
this
pattern.
family.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pattern. We start to see these symbols. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're connecting everything
Mm-hmm.
together. So, they go to the morgue, and Lorraine goes to the morgue, and I guess that's I forgot her name, but I'm gonna call her Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica. That's her new name.
Yes. Oh, that is her name. Oh, okay, cool. All right,
No,
I'm
I don't
excited.
know if that's her name. I was just
Oh, yeah,
saying
her name's Jessica tonight
just
because I forgot.
we just
But
have to go
yeah,
back and see.
so Jessica, quote unquote, is in the morgue, and Lorraine, where they break into the morgue and Lorraine touches her, which is another. I'm just fascinated with the range of the power that Lorraine has. I know maybe part of this is like Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
but the range she has with just like the empath like power she has where she could just like reach into a person, or she could just see like, oh, I sense evil in
Mm-hmm.
here. Like it's just amazing to
Mm,
me because
yeah.
she touched Jessica, quote
Uh,
unquote, who's dead,
mm-hmm.
and then she is doing a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she telepaths or whatever the word would be into the person who's casting these spells.
Mm-hmm.
And she finds out, oh no, they're doing it to Arnie. And
Mm-hmm.
Arnie's in the, asylum cutting
Mm-hmm.
himself. But the witch is like doing some type of voodoo where she's making Arnie cut himself.
Yeah.
She's making him do all this stuff. Basically, she wants to kill Arnie.
Yeah.
But she
It's
needs the soul for the devil.
yeah,
Yeah.
a soul for a soul. That's what it
Yeah, a
was.
soul for a soul.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, I'm just impressed by it. What I'm not impressed by is the typical, like, the dead body that she finds out Lorraine is doing a has got caught on to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "What are you doing here? How are you here? Oh my god." And
Mm-hmm.
then she makes a dead body comes from the morgue to attack them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, here we go. A zombie movie." Okay.
It's like our friend John called that guy the penguin.
He did look like the penguin. Like this bloated naked man running after you. That would scare me too.
That was the penguin, like our friend
Oh
John
my
said.
gosh. That is scary. So anyway, the penguin runs after them, the dead penguin man,
Mm-hmm.
who looks like a tall Danny DeVito from the penguin, but bloated. And
Yeah.
he runs after them, and then they get out the way. Oh my god, he's down. Okay. Oh no, okay, maybe this is real.
Mm-hmm. I think that scene was supposed to be a jump scare or
It didn't
something.
jump me. Like it startled me a bit. I was like, "Oh no." And then I like zombie movies anyway. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Oh, okay, it's a zombie." Okay.
But the
Oh,
thing, I'm just surprised it wasn't the girl. Why did they make it the guy that
that
looks
would
like
have
the penguin?
been
Because that would have been scarier.
I guess they thought we would expect the girl to come back, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I would have made the girl come back and then she chokes Lorraine.
Yeah,
'Cause she's
something.
right next to her. So I would have made her come back, choke her, turn her around and say, "What are you doing here? Get out of here."
Something like that. It's like
Yeah.
it was like go away. It's like or
Mhm.
it's too late or something. I don't know. It was just weird. Like I'm just like it's
Yeah,
just
it started to feel very typical. Like you could kind of tell what was going on after a while. Like
mm-hmm.
each scene, you were like, "Oh no, there she goes. Oh boy, here
Boy.
come that bloated penguin guy again. He coming. Oh boy." Like
Like
it just started to feel very typical.
yeah, it was just weird. I didn't care too much for that scene very much.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
I was
but
like,
like we find out, long story short, and I know we're skipping over a lot, but
yeah, because it's
you
not.
guys can go see the movie.
Yeah, like we said, it was okay.
Yeah, and then we find out that this old priest that they went to in the movie for help on all these rituals and cursed items.
Mm-hmm.
We find out that the witch is his daughter. And
Mm-hmm.
he was into like all that hex and witchcraft stuff, but as
Mm-hmm.
a priest on the side.
Yeah, but before we go to that, you
Mhm.
notice that how with Ed and Lorraine, they have all of that cursed stuff
Mm-hmm.
locked up in a room.
Mm-hmm.
He had the witch's table locked up in a room so that no
Mm-hmm.
one can go in. So, like, when someone asked him, why'd you burn it? He said the reason why he didn't burn it. And Ed said the same thing when a detective or someone asked him, why don't you burn this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like it's interesting how those two, you know,
Yeah.
connected about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, it's like we just going all over the place. But
Mm-hmm.
the priest, he
Yeah.
knew about it.
Yeah, it was his daughter. She
Yeah.
got influenced by all the things he was studying, like witchcraft and all this
Mm-hmm.
other stuff. And so she got influenced by it. And that part I was confused. Why would she target this particular family?
Right.
I think the YouTube videos you saw give a little bit more background on that, but in the movie they don't give a background. But I know in
Mm-hmm.
the movie they said that, you know, it's the devil. He picks
Mm-hmm.
whoever. And I was like, well, that's not good enough. Okay. I need
Mm-hmm.
some purpose. Why is this witch targeting this family? And
Right.
that's a big chunk of the movie that I think that they missed out on.
Mm-hmm.
Because it
They
just seemed like a random family, and she just like, I'm just gonna target this random family.
Yeah, just random people. I'm
Yeah,
going to put random stuff in their house.
yeah,
I'm going to like let them find random things. And it's like, tell us why this happened.
yeah. But what did you find out from the YouTube?
What I found out from the YouTube was that the family basically, again, I'm not sure if this is real or not, but the
Mm.
family basically was part of a witch's cult.
Mm.
And then they tried to get out of it and they got cursed for it.
See, they
So,
should put that in the movie.
but of course,
That
you
would
know
have
how,
made sense.
but they just,
Mm. No, that would have made sense. That would have been interesting because I
mm-hmm.
would have had a reason why the witch was there.
Yeah,
Or
and they,
I thought it was gonna go to like, even though it's typical, I
mm-hmm.
thought, okay, maybe somebody's ancestors messed up this witch
Yeah,
and
maybe,
she wanted revenge on the whole family. Like
mm-hmm.
even if they did it like that, that would have made sense more
Yeah,
than she just randomly just targeting people
mm-hmm.
to put a curse on them to kill everybody.
Yeah, but they didn't do that, sadly. But it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense
Mm-hmm.
at all why they didn't do that. Why they didn't put the two Arnie's cousin, or it's either Arnie's cousin or his girlfriend's cousins, little cousins, and why they didn't mention the part while they went out to eat. He got drunk and he was trying to grab one of the girls. Like
Mm.
I don't know. And then Arnie started, and they didn't show like Arnie just went crazy. In the movie, he was going crazy. Like he
Mm-hmm.
was just saw something and he was like, oh, and he was running away from a monster. But basically his girlfriend at the time was saying, I heard him bark.
Mm.
He made weird sounds that he didn't sound like him, but they didn't do that part in the movie. They just had him running away.
Mm.
He
Yeah.
didn't do that. Her, like you're possessed with something.
Yeah.
And I wish that they made it seem like he was possessed with something. Instead of us seeing what he sees, we need to see what everybody else sees. So I don't understand why can they make us see as him being possessed. I don't want to see him being possessed in a cell while he's trying to kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was in the air, like he was just like an angel in air trying to kill himself. It's
Yeah.
just like we need to see what's going on. Like you saw the little brother foaming at the mouth. Why
Mm-hmm.
ain't Arnie foaming the mouth?
Yeah. 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 It threw us off track because we thought, okay, this is like possession.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be just some type of curse from a witch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or a woman that randomly chose this family to curse.
Right.
And so they find out where she is, and she's in the basement of the priest. So she
Mm-hmm.
never left home. She never left
Left
home.
home. Nope.
Oh, she
No.
just does like curses in the basement.
Yeah.
So she never left home. And Ed and Lorraine go and they try to find her. The part that was cool was it, that Ed was down there in the whatever that place is. I don't even know what that's called. It's not a basement. It's
No, like a cellar or something like
yeah,
that.
it's something. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
cellar. We'll go with that. So he was down there and he heard Lorraine's voice and we
Mm-hmm.
see Lorraine. She's like, and he's like, oh Lorraine. And all of a sudden
It
some
was.
Lorraine's blowing sand in his face. I was like, Lorraine, how rude. But it was the witch.
Yeah.
That was good. That threw me off because I actually thought it was Lorraine coming toward her. But it was some type of glamour spell she did.
Yeah, because the thing is that now way before that part, you remember the scene when they was doing trying to exorcise David, and the there was wind was so strong in the house that it
Yeah.
knocked down the camera.
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah.
Did you see how you saw like you see the like if you look at the TV and you see how you have one way is going opposite directions
Oh
like
yeah.
that. They have that in the scene with Lorraine.
Like
And
the
it's
real
like
thing, right?
yeah, like that it's like a visual effect. That's the only visual effect. It's like a mirror effect or something like that. And like I thought that part was interesting, but again, it wasn't like James Wan. But
yeah, I think if James Wan did this, he probably would have put a little bit more of the facts into the movie. Like maybe like you said, the family was into witchcraft. He probably would have put that into the movie.
Yeah.
This just took pieces of the truth, and it was like it felt like 20% of the truth, and then it was like 50 some percent of Hollywood, and
I
they
would
just
say
mushed it
60.
together.
I
Yeah,
would say 70% Hollywood.
yeah.
No, wait.
Uh-oh.
90% Hollywood, 10% true.
There you go. Yeah. At least one of us is good at math.
Yeah. I had to think about it. I was like, hold on a
Public
second.
school.
I just had to think about it because it's like it seems it's more Hollywoodish than the fact story.
Yeah, and I feel like James Wan had a good balance of fact and fiction.
Yeah.
In the previous two movies.
Yeah, because I know it's supposed to be based off a true story, but if you want to base stuff off the true story, please have a little bit more of the story than just bits and pieces of it in the movie. And you're going to have people do their research. Like, some people don't want to do research. They just want to know, like, okay, if it's true or not. And it's true. It's a true story. Arnie did kill somebody because he was possessed. But, you know, you don't see in the movie, you don't see how. Because I wasn't around in 1981. None of us was around 1981 except for Arnie and Lorraine and them. So it's like it's just like I wish that there was more to it. It's just so hard. It's just so hard to explain.
But what is amazing about this story is that it set into motion the devil made me do it claim in court.
Yeah.
So now there's a claim that people use in court from this story that happened in the 80s.
Yeah, because remember, like I think the lawyer mentioned this. She was like, it's not going to go through court because remember the Omniville story. The guy said that he was possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
Guess what happened with him? It didn't go through. But Ed said it can happen. And he was like, yeah, in another country. So Ed went over, like, he's like, yeah, we went overseas to try to prove that the person was possessed. But it's like, but it hasn't been happening here. So Arnie was the American person that was able to prove that he was possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
Other than the Omniville story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And we, in the end, they find the witch's altar,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cheesy. Because okay, so he was on Ed was on the spell, and he was trying to kill Lorraine. He tried to kill her about a couple of times in this movie, which makes me really concerned for Lorraine. But
Yeah.
anyway, he tried to kill Lorraine. He's on the spell or whatever. He broke the spell, and then he was in front. He just happened to be in front of the witch's altar, and he has a sledgehammer. One sledgehammer
And destroy.
demolishes the altar. Just
Yeah.
one tap, and the whole thing just falls apart. I was like, "What? Okay, yay! He's very strong. Wow.
Congratulations, Hollywood.
Yeah, one tap. It's all taking one tap, and then the whole thing just like falls apart.
Well, Patrick Wilson is Hercules.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I remember him from Phantom of the Opera. I just have to say that.
God.
I wanted to say that for the past 2 Conjuring movies. I remember him from Phantom of the Opera.
So that's another show. We'll talk about musicals later on in other show.
Other show. But yes, he was a very strong man. He was Hercules by destroying that altar.
Yeah, the altar fell apart. The witch was like, "Oh, I'm still gonna get my soul."
Yeah.
And Lorraine did something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
anyway, she killed herself, like a soul for a soul.
Yeah, so. she made somehow the witch got killed. Something they said to her, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm dead." And then you see her soul come. I'm just going through it. You see her soul come, and takes the witch. And it's like, I said a soul for a soul.
Yeah.
So that's
she did kill her dad.
Yeah, she killed her dad. She just had one more soul to go.
And she had herself. So there you go. Soul for a soul.
Yeah, problem solved.
There you go.
And which shows you not to play with the devil.
Yes.
You can't pay your due, because your due is always gonna be
bad.
Due.
Yes. And always stay away from Ouija boards.
Yes, stay away from them damn Ouija boards.
So yeah, watch out for evil stuff, people.
Evil spirits. And if it's cold in your house, be careful.
Yeah. If you see your air, you see your breath.
John has something to tell us.
Yes, don't play with John. Indeed.
Don't play with the devil now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he will get you.
But yeah, like we were saying, I just wish this movie would have done better. I just wish it was a little bit more fact.
Yeah.
Less fiction.
Yeah. Because it's like they left out key stuff.
Yeah.
Of the movie.
Yeah. It's just like chunks.
It just seems like it went too fast.
Yes.
It's like, how did the family get possessed? Where did this stuff come from? Because with the other 2 Conjurings, you see how it happened. Why this little girl got possessed by, why was this old man saying, "Get out of my house"?
Yeah.
Because he was possessed with the nun.
Yeah.
Or with the first one. Why is Bathsheba attaching herself to the mother? Because she killed her own kids. Conjuring 3. Why is the witch trying to kill 3 people for no apparent reason? Nobody knows.
You just want to fuck shit up. That's why.
It's like
boom.
It's just like, I just wish it was a little bit more. I just wish that they added in more of the true story.
Yes.
If I was Arnie, I would have told them, it's like, okay, this is what really happened. And then when you tell them this is what really happened, of course, Hollywood's going to be like, oh, maybe we should do it this way. But you should have started off with the family doing something they're not supposed to be doing. And then all of a sudden they get cursed.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your Conjuring movie.
Yeah. And John said this wasn't slow paced at all. It felt more like a spinoff movie rather than a Conjuring sequel.
I agree.
And then he said the witch wanted to fuck shit up. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty much what they said.
that's pretty
And
much.
like I'm talking to Tamara and John now, since John is blowing up our comments. Shout out to John from Movie Lovers Unite.
JD, woot
Woo woo,
woot.
Johnny D. I call him
Yeah.
Johnny D. But yeah, um, gosh, Johnny D made me throw off my thought process. Get out the
He's
comments. Go. Yeah, get. I'm blowing it up in here. Yes, you will.
I love it.
I'm gonna do this to your show. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna blow shit up in your comments. Yes.
You won't like our comic suggestions at all. You will be blocked.
I did want you here. Yes, you should have been on this show. That's what you should have been.
How about you join our show? How
Yeah,
about that?
you should have been on this damn show. But it's fine. We're about to end now.
Yeah. I'm going to go towards our intermission now.
Yes.
Oops.
Oh,
But I'm talking about on Twitter. I mean, Twitter. Twitch.
Twitch.
We are live on Twitch as well, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you didn't reach us on Facebook or YouTube.
Yes, we're fancy people here.
Very, very fancy.
But yeah, Conjuring 3, I give it a 3.3. That's still a good GPA, ladies and gentlemen.
It is, and I give it a 3.5 because, yeah, I'm being too nice. Exactly. Hit that damn subscribe button.
Yeah, subscribe for more wackiness from Tamika and Tamara.
Yes.
And occasionally John, who likes to comment.
Y'all.
John gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Wow.
His rating is worse than ours because again, they didn't have James Wan.
Yeah.
Maybe James Wan was like, I'm done with 2. I'm good. Because it's the same thing with Saw.
Which one?
Saw 1, because he directed Saw 1.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see the difference.
Go downhill. Like, I like the Saw series, but I was like, oh my gosh, okay, human beings are awful. We get it.
I stopped at 3, to be honest.
Yeah.
I stopped at 3. I'm like, I'm not watching any more Saw movies. I don't know which one. Okay, I know Saw 1, but Saw 2 and 3, I'm not sure which one was the woman who was the doctor and had the bullets, the shotgun bullets around her neck.
Ooh.
Or the one where there's people in the house. I think the one where the people in the house was 3.
I saw that one.
I think the one with the people in the house was 3.
Yeah, nothing beats 1.
No.
Because that's where the end, spoiler alert, that's where the end, the guy comes up, this dead body we thought was dead the whole time is really the mastermind.
Yeah.
And he's like, nobody appreciate nothing. And he closed the door. I'm like, what?
But there's also another twist. One of the prisoners was doing it too. He was free as well. And he just left that guy in there.
Man, that was classic. I did not know what was going on. He popped up. I was like this the whole time. Like, what just happened? Yep. Did he close the door on us? Leave us in the dark?
You mean what you mean us?
Every movie I see, that's why I can't watch these horror movies, because I project myself into them, and I'm like, he closing us up in the dark.
And I'll be what you mean us. I'm one of the people that helped and brought you in here.
John has more comments.
What's up, John? What's up? James Wan has another project that he's doing that's in development that no one knows what it's about. So he was shooting that movie. Oh, they could have waited.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. You got to look at our other. We had a whole show,
say penguin. It was the penguin, John. The penguin
in the morgue.
Well, did you remember that scene from Batman when the penguin fell down and died? That's what the guy did in the morgue.
Penguin. That was terrible. You shouldn't have went out like that in them tights. In them leggings.
That's the penguin. The one
Don't
that
die
came
in no
alive.
leggings
It's
now.
like,
Don't die. Don't die in no leggings. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, the penguins had
Mm,
to bring him to his watery grave,
mm, mm,
and people found him and brought him to the morgue. And he
mm.
came alive, and he decided to attack Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, thanks, John.
Thanks,
Keep
John.
keep blowing up our comment section.
Yeah, we just need
Yeah.
to continue on being more entertaining for the folks out there. I know,
Ah,
like,
we're doing the best we can, people. But I
yeah,
guarantee you that it's worth it to
hmm
subscribe and like us
hit
because
the
we
like
have a lot
button.
more shows.
Yeah, hit the like button and subscribed.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
What is John talking about now?
I want this to be shared first with Batman.
Oh, Conjuring 3
Because
with
the
Batman.
penguin.
But
Oh gosh.
this penguin was naked. As
Yeah,
I
he
used to
was.
say as a kid, I should say naked.
It was just so creepy. I was just like,
Yeah.
this is odd.
If they do Conjuring 4, which I'm sure Ed and Lorraine have plenty of stories,
Mm-hmm.
I want James Wan back.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
They
I
should
was
do
the only
like
one that was
4 and
nicer.
5, and then they can stop.
Yeah. Actually, I think they should stop at 4. Make
4?
it even.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well,
Just
if
make it
James
even.
Wan do 4 and 5, would you watch 5?
To be honest, no, because I don't like odd numbers.
Oh, excuse me. Wow. Well, we learned something new today, everybody. And on that note, hit that like and subscribe button, damn it, says John. I cannot wait to mess up his show.
I
I'm gonna be
know.
blowing up that comment section every
I
5 minutes. I'm
I
like
was so
boom and a bing a bing a boom.
yes, I hit that like button, people.
Yeah, hit that like button, damn it, says
Really
John
being
from Movie Lovers Unite.
lovers. John, I might have to hop in your Loki show. Just
I
saying.
thought you were gonna say DM. I'm like Tamra.
No, I'm
You
married. Thank you
is
very
a
much.
married woman.
I am a
Yes.
married woman with a child. I don't need.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got my own John.
Yeah. Yeah. Odd that you have a John. But
Yeah,
we call him John Henry.
yeah, that's a John Henry, my
Yeah.
steel driving man.
And this is Johnny D.
Yeah,
No, they're from Movie Lovers Unite.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
Johnny D says, come on and join us.
uh,
We want you with us.
uh,
Oh, you want me to show the comment? Okay.
oh,
Come
me.
on.
Oh, okay. I
Okay.
was like, how he's coming
Hold
to
on.
join us.
We want you with us. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are occasionally on Johnny D.
Mm-hmm. Johnny
We
D show.
occasionally are on Johnny D's show,
Yes.
and Johnny D is on our show. So we
Mm-hmm.
kind of have like this share. We're gonna create like a shared universe.
Yes.
Like there's a Conjuring universe. We
Like
should kind of have like
636.
a little universe with
Mm-hmm.
Movie Lovers Unite and
Mm.
2 Blurred Girls.
Yes.
Earth 616. Oh,
Yeah. 616. Oh my God.
yeah. Okay, so I guess that will be the end of our show.
And thanks so much for joining us, you guys. We truly appreciate it.
Johnny D, shout out.
Shout out to John.
And John says he misses you, Tamara. Come on his Loki show when you can.
Yeah, I'll try to hop on the show because it's like really hard. But yeah, I'll try to hop on.
Cool.
I'll try to hop on because I just hate it. As much as I love Loki, I just hate the fact that he's on Wednesday.
I know. Loki Wednesdays.
Loki, why? Just why?
Why, Loki? Why?
Because you're the god of mischief. I get it. But God,
yeah.
Loki.
Yeah, Wednesdays is very mischievous.
Yes, it is. And it's hump day.
Hump day.
As I say at my job, hump day. But I'm at home, you guys. I'm at home.
Oh, God.
Hey, guess what day it is? Hump
day. You're one of those people. I roll.
Whoop, whoop.
Anyway, we have to go.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate you. Continue to stay tuned for more content from. Hold on. John has. Whoop whoop. continue to stay tuned for more episodes. We're going to
Yes.
talk about everything. Like I said, we talk about comics, talk about history, we talk about movies. So we just happen to be talking about The Conjuring, but down the line, we're going to have great shows for you guys.
Yes. And also follow us at Two Blurred Girls Podcast on YouTube, Two Blurred Girls _podcast on Instagram, Two Blurred Girls Podcast on Facebook, and at Blurred Two Girls on Twitter.
Cool. All right.
And we're on Spotify, Apple, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Anchor.
Yes.
And any other places?
Is it Google Play, Breaker, and many more.
And many more. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Enjoy the outro music and video, YouTube people. Anchor people, just enjoy listening to it.